Here's a final climactic scene from Star Wars The Force Awakens, which I'm going to show you has one of the most common movie cliches ever.
We're not done yet.
Here we have two heroes who have escaped from a ship, but they face one bad dude, Kylo Ren. He's got all the advantage, he's got the weapon, and they look helpless.
You're a monster.
It's just us now. Han Solo can't save you. Right! 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 I don't... Right!
What's Kylo gonna do? Is he gonna attack them? Is he gonna use his tactical advantage to attack them immediately and kill them? Of course not. He just wants to talk.
Traitor!
Hey Kylo, you've got the advantage. Go kill them now. Finish them.
Finish him!
Finish him!
Nope. Kylo just wants to talk to them. Instead of attacking them and killing them immediately, he wants to talk.
That lightsaber. It belongs to me. Come get it.
This, of course, doesn't make any sense because we've seen Kylo Ren already commit genocide early in the movie's first scene, and he just killed his own father. Why wouldn't he be ruthless to these two characters? Why would he just stand there and talk? Turns out this kind of scene is standard for high melodramas like Star Wars. This is what we call the talking killer cliche. When the killer has all the advantage and should just kill the hero immediately because it only makes sense. In movies and in cliched movies, the killer doesn't do that. The killer instead reveals his or her plans, stands and gloats over the hero, and generally speaking is too slow to kill the hero. Probably if you pick a random action movie, you'd have a 35% chance of finding a talking killer scene, especially at the very end of a movie. This is why I called it a cliche. It's in hundreds and hundreds of movies from around the world, especially Hollywood movies, and it's been around since the beginning of movies. Since Star Wars is high melodrama, you've already seen it in another Star Wars movie. For example, in Return of the Jedi.
You will be destroyed.
In Return of the Jedi, when the Emperor is going to kill Luke Skywalker, he doesn't just go up to him and kill him immediately as he could. He stands over him, shoots him with electricity, gloats, talks, shoots him with electricity, gloats, talks. He doesn't finish off Luke Skywalker, he just talks.
Your feeble skills are no match for the power of the dark side. You have paid the price for your lack of vision.
Here's a scene from Die Hard in which the German terrorist Hans Gruber has captured the wife of the hero, John McClane, played here by Bruce Willis.
$600, you can just disappear. When you steal 600 million, they will find you unless they think you're already dead. Put down the gun.
In this scene, Hans Gruber gets the Bruce Willis character to put his gun down, and then the scene proceeds to have a lot of banter between the terrorist and the hero, when in fact the terrorist could just shoot the hero immediately.
You got me.
Still the cowboy. Mr. McClane, Americans, all alike. Well, this time John Wayne does not walk off into the sunset with Grace Kelly.
It's Gary Cooper, asshole.
This is effectively breaking the character of Hans Gruber, who is a terrorist mastermind, 5 steps ahead of the FBI and the police in this movie. He knows everything about the skyscraper he's going to rob, and he uses all the technology he has to his advantage. But in this case, he just talks to John McClane, and in fact just stands and waits while John McClane laughs at him for no reason. Now, one question about the talking killer scene is it actually saying anything meaningful? And it might be. A screenwriter might use a talking killer scene to show the nature of evil as stupid, or as gloating and as braggadocious and ridiculous. Probably if a screenwriter used the talking killer scene in a good way, it would have some good plot reason and it would have some good thematic reason. The problem with most talking killer scenes, like the ones I've shown, is that they don't make sense and the characters break out of character in order to stand over the hero and talk to him instead of kill him. Mostly talking killer scenes are extending the drama of the scene. They're for the audience only, but in the movie world, they make no sense. The other problem with talking killer scenes is that there are probably thousands of ways to write a climactic finale. When you have a hero battling a villain, as in the case of these movies, there's probably 1,000 different things you could do with it. For movies to do the same old thing, the same one thing, the talking killer scene, over and over and over, is for the art of movies to not be explored by the screenwriters and directors as it ought to be. It's also just plain sloppy. It's easy to write a talking killer scene. It's harder to write something more complicated and intricate. The last one I'm going to show you is Die Hard 4. This is probably the worst of the lot so far. Just watch and you'll see the killer have all the advantage, every single advantage, in order to take out the John McClane character, and yet he doesn't.
Would you do me a favor? I know the lights are beginning to dim, but if you could just hang on for a second. As soon as Matt's finished, I'm gonna kill him and your daughter, and I would love for you to see that.
Does it make any sense for this killer to stand and gloat over the hero? No. That's what the talking killer cliche is. And if you ever see it in movies, you're probably watching either a bad movie or a movie where the screenwriters didn't care or took an easy out in order to create a script. It doesn't mean the entire movie is bad, but script cliches like the talking killer are a problem for the aesthetics of movies.
Yippee-ki-yay,
Next time you see a killer babble, just laugh at him. Take the name of the screenwriter and beware the next time that screenwriter puts out a script for a movie.